did a broad overview about it and told them about it, but this will help us with our Four4More program, with our prospecting, with our closing rate. It just helps you track all of that, and then the sales materials and the research that is behind it that compares how many customers that a business has compared to our readership is phenomenal, and I think it'll be very beneficial and help us in our proposals.
Well, great. I appreciate it.
Okay. I will talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you. And good afternoon. This is John Marling. I'm president and founder of Pulse Research, and I appreciate very much the opportunity to get together with you today. And as Tara said, what we're going to go over is the Pulse sales tools that were designed for you, and they are a specific and incredible effective resource for your new Four4More program. So without any further ado here, let's get going and show you what we've got for you. And by the way, as we're going through the program this morning, happy to answer any questions that you might have. As I was given the Four4More program, it's your accountability, responsibility to get 50 prospects per month. I've got some great news. That's going to be easy for you. Not only will you be able to find 50 prospects, but these will be 50 hot closable prospects. And from those 50 prospects, Pulse recommends that you engage with 15 of those and fill your pipeline so that you get your minimum 4 appointments per week. And we'll go into a little more detail, on how to do that. From those 4 appointments, you're easily going to get at least 1 new sale per week. And the reason for that is, I'm going to show you in just a second a great new closing tool that Pulse has developed for you. And you're going to realize at least $1,000 per week in new sales, with the Four4More program, with your Pulse sales tool. So let's go over what we got for you. Starting with your prospects. We have 3 different prospecting tools for you that I'll show you in just a second. And what I'm going to do, by the way, is give you a quick overview of the program, and then we're going to go live onto your Pulse site and show you how easy it is and how intuitive and how quickly you can engage the Pulse sales tools anywhere, anytime, including your smartphone, by the way. So 50 prospects per month. We've got a geo-prospecting tool that you can identify prospects within your own geographic area. We've got a best hot opportunity prospects, and what this is we've been able to identify for you, based upon the actual results of over 6,000 ad reps using the program, we have from over 600 publications, which specific business categories, like a realtor, they sold the most. And then we've also got an audience kind of reader buying power prospecting tool for you. Okay, so from those 50 prospects, and by the way, here's an example of the hot prospect tool. And what we do is we take over, and it's 600 different business categories that we have for you that you can get local specific businesses, 600 categories. And as you can see here on the screen, everything from a realtor, a restaurant, auto repair, insurance agency, dentist, pharmacy, etc. This is a tool that you can quickly identify the most closable prospects based upon what's been selling by other ad reps across North America. And then from that hot prospect list, you're going to be able to put together your own weekly call list. And this is an example of it. So you'll be able to tag a specific business like Keystone RV Center and put them in your own call plan or call list for the week. And then you're going to be able to, in real time, including on your smartphone, enter in where you're at on the sales process with each one of those hot prospects. Next, and this is a Pulse recommendation, to get the 4 appointments in the Four4More program, we suggest you fill the pipeline. And how do you do that? With 15 leads per week, with the teasers or the flyers, and I'll show you those in just a second. They're tools were developed for you to start the conversation, to engage with the businesses. And you can do it either on the phone or in person, but 15 per week. And a lot of our clients have called that program, this recommendation or best practice, 3 by 5. In other words, 3 leads by 5 p.m. each day. And that will get you 4 appointments. And I put together for us this morning based upon a real world training that I did. And it was at one of the lead papers, by the way. And what we were doing and what this is example recommendation on how to get the appointment. So let me play that for you. It's very short. Hi, this is John Marling, Pulse Research. I'd like to share a quick story. About a month ago, I was training a new ad rep who was struggling to get some closable appointments with some past and non-advertisers. I suggested focusing on what's in it for the business instead of the traditional conversation about product and price information about your paper. Reluctantly, the ad rep picked up the phone and called an insurance agent who had blown him off in the past and said the following. We just participated in an insurance survey and asked the same questions you would ask. The insurance agent said, well, what do you mean? The ad rep replied, if you did a survey, sir, would you ask? Do you plan to change or get a new insurance agency in the next 12 months? Quickly, the insurance agent said, yeah, of course. The ad rep then said, I've got some great news. We did ask and found out there were over 3,800 local households who will change or get a new insurance agency in the next 12 months. The ad rep then asked, would you like to know more details about their specific insurance purchasing plans, such as automotive, home, or even pet insurance? The insurance agent said, yes, of course. I need some new clients, and an appointment was set for that afternoon. That's an absolutely true story. The moral of the story is presenting the value of your audience instead of product price information is transformational. A business who thinks print is dead is not going to say yes to an appointment to learn about another price deal from your newspaper. So a quick summary on the appointment example I just gave you. And by the way, that was a real world situation. It was transformational. And I was an ad rep once, and I always sold on product and price. Used some spec ads, of course. But the bottom line is today, and as Tara just mentioned a moment ago, engaging with the business with information about and for them. And we're going to go in just a second how we get that information for you. Now, here's an example of the Pulse Teaser. It's a tool and resource in your Pulse program to start the conversation, engage with the business. Once again, like in the phone appointment, information that the business wants. And as you can see on this example of what it is, it's just a half wrap that you print around that information piece. Maybe the Edison package, you've got a 8.5 by 11 flyer, right? Well, we'll show you in a second here live on your program how to print this teaser. And look at that. It's a big number. In this example here, almost 6,000 households plan to change or get a new insurance agent. Here's an opportunity to directly talk to them and tell them why they should choose you. So once again, your Pulse sales tools give you the ability to engage with a business with what they want. Opportunities for them, new customers for them. So the teaser is very, very effective in starting the conversation and getting leads for you because it has the big number in what's in it for the business. The next example we have is the Pulse Flyer. This is kind of a super teaser, and it's our most popular program. And the great news is you can create a Pulse Flyer like you see here in under 60 seconds for over 600 business categories, literally any business you can think of in the Carbondale area. Like the teaser, it's got the big number. What's in it for them? But look at that headline. Help you, Mr. Jewelry Store, find solutions to get new customers. Isn't that what the business wants, is solutions? Pulse asks the questions you would ask. In a moment, I'm going to go into details on how and where we got this information. But the businesses want to know. A jewelry store wants to know, what's in it for me? How many potential customers? There it is. 5,400 potential customers. And this will be, like Tara said, projected, and the opportunity for the business, a jewelry store, insurance agent, based on your audience and the percentage of your audience who plan to shop at a jewelry store. And so you can see right here, we've got the percentage who plan to shop, and we get that from the Pulse survey, which I'll go over with you in just a second, multiplied times the number of households you reach. Simple math, okay? And that's the opportunity. That's the game changer. That gets their attention. But then look at here, we go even further in what's in it for the business. Let's find a solution. So we asked about other products and services for these over 600 businesses. And here on a jewelry store, look at this, wedding rings, engagement rings, necklaces. It's all about and for them. Let's find a solution. Where can you get more business? And the business person might say, oh my gosh, look at necklaces. Almost 5,000 households are going to buy necklaces. And once again, don't worry about the math here. We'll go over that in more detail in just a second. What's important and what we're focusing on is the transformation from talking about you, your product, prices, the deals, to talking about and sharing the opportunity, what's in it for the business. So in summary, we have the flyer for cold calling, to take out and engage the business, start the conversation, get them interested, because they realize very, very quickly the benefit, the opportunity for their business. Then the next step, obviously, is making a presentation. And the Four4More program is 4 presentations per week. We've got an easy, very, very effective presentation creator. It's the one page. And so as you see here, it's got the big number like the teaser. It's got let's find a solution like the flyer has. Once again, what's in it for them? But then we show them, this is a beautiful thing, how few customers they need to pay for a consistent Edison program. And I'll show you a little more details about that in a second. But what it does is takes the conversation away from price, and you're never going to win a price conversation. You know that, and I know that. You've heard too many times, well, it costs too much. I can't afford it. I don't have the budget, right? To engage with the business and together figure out what's comfortable for them, to show them how few customers they need for a consistent Edison program. In this example here, all they need is just 3 customers per month. That's 3 customers per month. But whoa, wait a minute. Out of 12,563 households reached by the publication in this example, we're going to shop at a tire store. So this is the one-page presentation. It's got what's in it for them, a consistent program. And by the way, selling one at a time is a waste of time for you and will not get results for the business. We as an industry need to focus on consistent campaigns. In addition, by the way, the one page has a return on investment for the business, but also includes what they're missing if they're not also advertising with you. I know you've heard, I've been out, by the way, on over 2,000 four-legged sales calls, many of which with lead reps just like you. A lot of times a business will say, well, I don't need to advertise with you. I'm on the radio or I'm on Facebook. We will show them what they're missing with only radio or only with Facebook. And here's the bottom line. Nobody, including Facebook, Google search, reaches everybody today. It's highly fragmented. So we're going to show them what they're missing in the opportunity you can deliver by not also advertising with you. Here's an example of the Pulse closing tool that I mentioned a moment ago. And I'll show it to you live in just a second. Just wanted to give you kind of a quick overview. What it does is, with the business's participation, figure out how few customers they need to pay for a campaign. Like in the example you saw a moment ago, it was only 3. But you can do it on your smartphone and engage with the business. Other lead reps around the country love this little tool because you can, once again, use it on your smartphone, engage the business, and the business eventually, ultimately says, oh my gosh, I can do this. It takes away the fear, the risk of signing a contract because they realize how doable it is. I've had businesses say to me, well, that's a no-brainer. I only need 3 a month. Let's get going. I want to share with you now an example, a little story once again about how to overcome
Hi, this is
the
John
objection
Marlin,
print
Pulse
is dead.
Research. I'd like to share a quick story. About a month ago, I was making a four-legged cold call to a millennial realtor with a brand new ad rep. The ad rep introduced herself from the local paper, and the realtor immediately said, I'm not interested. Print's dead. The ad rep didn't know what to say, so I jumped in and said to the realtor, I've got some good news. We just participated in a real estate survey and asked the same questions you would ask. The realtor said, well, what do you mean by that? I replied, if you did a real estate survey, would you ask, do you plan to use a realtor? Would you ask, do you plan to list a property? How about planning to sell a property in the next 12 months? The realtor said, yeah, of course, I'd ask those questions. I could tell now he was quite interested. The realtor then said, could I see the results of your real estate survey? I said, of course. He took the page and quickly realized how many listings that local paper reached. And then he turned to the ad rep, and this was beautiful. He said, what packages and programs do you have? That's an absolutely true story. The moral of the story is presenting the value of your audience instead of product price information is transformational. A local business who thinks print is dead is not going to respond to product price presentations. Every business wants to know what's in it for them, their opportunity. That's why audience value presentations helped one newspaper group have their best month in 3. Hi, this is John.
Oops, there we go. The moral of the story, once again, I think you're getting to see the reinforcement, the repetition. It's all about what's in it for the business, the transformation from the traditional product price selling to relating to the business with information about what's in it for them, the opportunity for their business. Phenomenally effective. Here's another story, and this is from a Lee paper, by the way, finding a solution for a business. We're out making a four-legged sales call, once again, at one of the Lee papers, and we walked into the door, and the guy said, hey, wait a minute. I thought I told you 2 weeks ago, I'm too busy. I'm not interested in advertising. Here's what happened.
Hi, this is John Marling, Pulse Research. I'd like to share a quick story. About a month ago, I was making a four-legged cold call to an HVAC business with a seasoned ad rep. We had just gotten in the door when the owner of the business rudely shouted out, I thought I told you last time you were in that I wasn't going to advertise as we've got enough business. The ad rep apologized and started to leave. I said to the owner, I've got some good news. We just participated in an HVAC survey and asked the same questions you would ask. The business owner said, well, what do you mean? I replied, if you did a survey, sir, would you ask, what do you need for your home? Such as a new furnace, new air conditioner, how about repair services? He nodded, yeah. And he said he'd like to see the results of the HVAC survey. He took the page and almost instantly he said, my gosh, I can get more furnace repair business. Our repair business has been slow. And here's the best part. The business owner turned to the ad rep and said, let's start advertising furnace repair. He also enthusiastically thanked us for finding a solution to help him get more customers. That's an absolutely true story. The moral of the story is presenting the value of your audience instead of product price information is transformational.
So once again, in the real world out there, focusing on the opportunity for the business, what's in it for them, is phenomenally effective. I think you've noticed in these stories I've shared that it's all about information for the business. You notice I've said we participated in a real estate survey when I was with a realtor. We participated in an HVAC survey when I was with an HVAC business person. And obviously an insurance agent, in the phone conversation to get the appointment, I said, we participated in an insurance survey. In each case, I asked, if you did your own survey, would you ask? Do you plan to change or get a new insurance agency, et cetera? Every single time. In over 2,000 four-legged sales calls, an engagement with that conversation is phenomenally effective. What's going to be more effective in 2020 for you? Talking about product or price? Hi, we have a special ad package you might be interested in. You know what happens as well as I do. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. No budget, print is dead. I'm on Facebook, etc. Or by presenting the value of your audience. Hi, I thought you might be interested to know there are over 2,845 local households that plan to shop at your type of business, like a furniture store. Would you like to know more about what they plan to buy? Of course, they're going to say yes. Traditional product and price selling didn't work in 2019, and it's not going to work in 2020. A business who thinks print is dead is not going to be motivated by a price deal. That's the harsh bottom line. But what works today, like I've shared with you in these examples, these stories from the real world, out there, making four-legged sales calls with other lead reps, is audience value. What's in it for the business, their benefit, potential number of customers based on your audience. Now you're all probably wondering, how the heck does Pulse get this information? It's really simple. Lead papers, other clients, and state press associations around the country, we ask your audience, your readers and your website visitors, with ads in your paper, links on your website, an email invitation to your audience, from your email list, inviting them to take the Pulse of America shopping survey. We ask in that survey the same questions the business would ask, the same questions a realtor would ask, the same questions HVAC, a furniture store, a restaurant, a chiropractor. We just do their survey. It's as simple as that. And from that survey, we're able then to determine the percentage of households who are going to buy a particular product or service or shop at a business. So for instance, if a survey is 1,000 completed and 100 said, yes, we plan to change insurance agents, that's 10%. It's as simple as that. So the information we have for you is from Illinois and the states right around you, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, the Great Lakes. We got over 896 completed surveys of an over an hour-long survey. Why it's so long? Because we got over 600 business categories and thousands of products and services for you. I want to quickly go over, and I kind of mentioned it a moment ago, that the numbers are your friend. It's not rocket science. So let me just ask you a question. Do you reach households who will change or get a new insurance agency in the next 12 months? Do you? Yeah, of course you do. But how many households? That's what you don't know. You know you reach households who plan to change or get a new insurance agency. You know you reach households who are going to shop at an auto dealership. You know you've got households who are going to list their home. But what you don't know is how many. And so Pulse just asks the questions that the business would ask. You plan to, use a realtor? Do you plan to list your home? And from that, we find out the percentage, as I mentioned a moment ago. So as for example, if you reach 20,000 households and 10% from the Pulse of America survey in the Great Lakes said that yes, they plan to change or get a new realtor, that's 2,000. It's as simple as that. All we do is ask the questions the businesses would ask. We ask it for papers from papers in Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana. And so, yeah, we could have done a survey just of, the Southern Illinoisan audience, but we don't have to because the results, the purchasing patterns do not significantly change from paper to paper, particularly in a tight geographic area like Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana. Okay. Now, one of my most important tips I have for you relating to using the information, and you heard it over and over what I was sharing with you, the little audio stories I put together. It's their research. When I talked to the realtor, I said, I've got good news. We participated in a real estate survey. And with the HVAC, we participated in a HVAC survey. If you're with an automotive dealer, you say, we participated in an automotive survey. It's as simple as that. Then they've got buy-in. They're interested. They're motivated because it's their business. Okay? So that's a quick overview, of how the Pulse tools and the Pulse research shopping information relates to your 4for More program. Now let's go live to your Pulse tools, if I might. And by the way, each of you now have your own username and password. You just go to pulseresearch.com on any device, your desktop, smartphone, tablet, and right at your fingertips, and this is your home page, you have your Pulse sales tools for your 4for More program. Starting out with prospecting. One of the objectives, one of the requirements that you're accountable for is identifying 50 prospects per month. And I mentioned a moment ago, not only do we have 50, we've got 50 hot closable prospects we can get for you. And then the next step in the process is engaging with them, starting the conversation with the teasers, the flyers, or setting up a phone appointment. Then the presentation, overcoming objections like what they're missing, and then the Pulse closing tool. And by the way, we also have a whole series of training videos and webinars for you. So let's kind of go over your program as it relates to your 4for More program. Let's identify for you how you can find hot prospects. So you're on your home page, you've logged in, you just click right here on Find Hot Prospects by business type. And as I said, there's over 500 business categories. And so we're able to track across the Pulse client network. By the way, we have over 600 publications and over 6,000 ad reps in North America using the program. Every time they use the program and create a presentation, it's automatically logged. So when they create a presentation for a new vehicle dealership, it's logged. And then I'll show you in just a second the reporting. They put in what happened. Did they close it? If they closed it, what was the average sale? We're able to track the close ratio, the average sale, and we're able to rank each business category by most sold. And that's an awesome thing. This is very unique because it's based upon the actual results from community papers, just like the South Illinoisan, and which business categories have said yes most frequently. So I would suggest you click on Sold Rank and look at this. Here are the top business categories. One that I forget about a lot, but is phenomenally, a huge opportunity is financial advisors. Number 8 most sold around North America. So you can do a search by most sold, close ratio. Another thing you can do is just click on category here. By the way, I'm recording this program this morning. It's morning Oregon time, so that you can, send it to you kind of as a refresher. You click here on category and look at this. It organizes all of the business categories by type. So here's apparel business categories, arts and entertainment, automotive. Look at all the automotive business categories that you can engage with. Beauty and spa, community, education, events, family planning, farm, financial, on and on and on. It's just a phenomenal resource for each one of you. But let me show you now how you can use it to identify hot prospects. So let's go here and let's click on jewelry store. So we click on find, and up will come a map, and you'll notice here it's got a zip code to localize for your own geographic sales area. All you have to do is change the zip code or put in a community name or a county. And it's a Google mashup, and you can zoom right in here. So right at your fingertips, in this case, are jewelry stores, okay? Now the next step is identifying specific businesses, and let's put them in a call plan or a prospect list for us. Okay, so we come down here and we pick some jewelry stores. Okay, so we got gem and jewelry, and look at this. I'm going to add it to my call plan. Add to my call plan, and we've got Lane Bryant, K Jewelers here, Piercing Pagoda. Okay, in each case, I'm just adding them to my call plan or my prospect list. So I identified them in the Pulse prospecting tool, clicked on a category like jewelry here, and then I'm adding the businesses. You could also click on the map, by the way, and then add them to your call plan. Okay, now let's take a look at our call plan. So we come up here to the top of your home page, click on call plan, and each one of you will have your own call plan. And here's the businesses that I've just added, K Jewelers, for instance. And since we're here at the call plan, you're able then in real time on your smartphone to add your activity during the week. So you just click here on add activity, and then you can put in what type of call. It was an in-person call. It was a cold call for new business. What did you present? I presented a print and digital Edison package. What's my next action? I'm going to go back with a proposal and a contract. And I can just type in or click here on the date for my next step. And let's say it's next Tuesday. And then I can add it to my Google Calendar, Apple, Yahoo, or my Outlook calendar. And then I just click on add activity. As simple as that. You've added the update, the sales steps, where you're at in your call plan, your prospect list. So it's a nice little tool and a resource that's available for you. But let's go back here to your dashboard. And now let's take another look at a different prospecting tool we have. So remember, your objective is 50 hot closable prospects per month. And so we've got 4 tools here. I just showed you the hot businesses ranked by actual results. The other one is the geo prospecting tool. And it's similar to what you just saw in that you can set it up though for your own area. And so you just, once again, in the map, you can just click on, and right here you can put in a postal code or a community name, etc. You can zero in right on your area after you localized it for you, and then you can click on tag here and you can add that specific geographic map. So every time you log in, it'll go directly to your map. So what can you do here in terms of prospecting? You're looking at it from a geographic area. So we click on a particular business here, and let's click on, let's say Little Caesar Pizza, okay? So we click on Little Caesar Pizza. You can add it to your call plan like I showed you a moment ago, but now let's go into some of the tools and resources to engage with the business, get the appointment. Because one of your opportunities, accountability responsibilities is getting 4 appointments per week. So let's show you the teaser. So we clicked on a business, we click on teaser, okay? We need to tell the program what type of business is, so we access the shopping information for that business. We just clicked on the map name, so we have to tell the program what type of business. So it's pizza. And by the way, there's a search there, and you just type in, it brings up pizza restaurant, and instantly, as fast as that, you've got your teaser conversations, and there's 3 of them. What to say on the phone. Like the example I shared with you, when a lead representative picked up the phone and called that, insurance agency who had blown him off before. Here's the words to say right at your fingertips. I thought you might like to know there's 9,605 local households who plan to visit a pizza restaurant. Would you like to know more about their plans? We've also got the ability to email. We put together example text. I showed you a moment ago the flyer wrap. You click right here, and then you click on print teaser wrap, and look at that. As fast as that, you're able to put together, under 60 seconds, a wrap. You just print it, And I'd suggest you print it on colored paper. Then you wrap it around that information piece that you have on the Edison program. And by the way, you're able to modify each one of your Pulse presentations to a specific audience option. So we've got Southern values. You could create a teaser, talking points for Southern value, for your total distribution of the Southern Illinois with print and web. And by the way, this is number of net households you reach. We can't overstate the purchasing. That would be irresponsible. So we've got to take out the duplication. So a person goes to your website and also reads the paper. They're only counted once. And by the way, you can type right in here a unique, distribution package you might have, put in the distribution, circulation, click on update, and it'll update. And let me just put in 5,000, for instance, click update. And notice here it changes the household opportunity for the business. So very flexible for you. You click here, let's say we're doing a presentation for Southern Values, click on Southern Values, and look at that. Southern Value reaches 19,125 households who will shop at a pizza restaurant. So that's the teaser. And it's a great way, either picking up the phone, emailing, or printing as a half sheet to put around that flyer you're already taking out. So let's go back to the home page here and go back to the prospecting tool once again, and we're going to go back to the hot prospects. And in this case, let's do a financial planner. Let me show you how easy that is. And so one of the fast things is the program is you can just type in on the search. There's search throughout the program. So I just type in financial. Okay, we got financial advisor here. Click on find once again. We zoom in and we find financial planners advisors. In this case, we're going to create a flyer. So we've got Alliance Investment Planning Group. We can click here once again on the business and create a flyer. Or we can come over here, click on create, and click on a flyer. And look at this, literally with a couple clicks, just like the example I showed you. Here's your flyer to take out on a cold call. I know a lot of new ad reps are like, well, what do I say? This gives you the words to say to help you find solutions. Once again, Pulse asked the questions you would ask. We did a financial survey, okay? And here's what we found out, okay? Just a second here, I gotta put in Illinois update. There we go. I had moused over. And by the way, since that came up, on your tablet or smartphone, you can edit the presentation in real time. Look at that, I can change the audience, but going back to the presentation, it gives you the opportunity to engage with the business, what's in it for them. This is real world. You've got, with the Southern Illinois and your print and web, over 2,000 households you reach who will absolutely, in the next 12 months, get a new or changed financial advisor. I'm sure each one of you can think of financial advisors who would love that good news. But look at that, it even goes further in terms of opportunity for them. We've got mutual funds. Over 2,000 households you reach are going to do mutual funds. Look at this, manage or change investments, over 3,000, almost 3,200. Money market funds, over 2,000. 401k, you can even go further. Click on the editing pen here, scroll down, and they love this. You can do this on your smartphone. Financial consultants, financial services, okay? Mortgage line of credit, everything to do related to financial, investments, coins or stamps. I think you get the idea. It's a huge opportunity for you to be the expert, the consultant. And the businesses absolutely love it because it's information about and for their business, okay? And remember in the story I shared with you from the HVAC, this is where he saw furnace repair on this list here. He says, oh my gosh, look at the number of households who need furnace repair. Thanks for the solution. But he turned right to the ad rep and said, I want to start running furnace repair right now. So that's the flyer. Very simple, very easy. Now the next step is you've got your appointment set up. You've been using the teaser, the flyer, you're on the phone, calling using the words, from the teaser there. And now they've said, like that realtor, the millennial realtor originally said, print is dead. Once he saw the number of listings, he said, well, what do you have? What programs and packages? Now let me show you how easy it is to create an Edison presentation. So we come down here, we click on presentation, okay? We choose a business, and you can either type in a business, create a new business, and once you've created some, every time you click on the map, by the way, it creates a business. Let's do Midwest Financial. They said, yeah, I want to know more. Okay, then you select your audience here. Then you can select your Edison package right here, or you can put in a custom package, okay? And it populates automatically with the customer value, and the 50% is a placeholder for gross profit, and we'll show you that just a second. It self-populates, with the products and services, but you can add more. Just click on add more. And the program has some artificial intelligence built into it, okay? Let me click off, because you do more than 7, it ends up more than a 1 page. Then you can put in competitive media, return on investment, add readership. You click on save presentation. And as quick and fast as that, you now have created an Edison 1-page presentation, like I showed you a minute ago as an example. In summary, it's got the big number, what's in it for them. Let's find a solution together like furnace repair. But here's how few customers they need to pay for a consistent Edison program. It also shows return on investment and what they're missing. So if they said before, well, I'm on the radio, I don't need you. Look at this. And remember I said that nobody reaches everybody? 36% of your household, and this information is coming from the Pulse of America survey in papers just like the Southern Illinois and, in the Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana. It shows that 64% have not made a purchase from a local, radio ad. Very, very motivating. Now, let me show you the closing tool. You click here, and let's get the business engaged. We ask them, and this is a thing that you can use on your smartphone, by the way. You click here, and you ask them, click here, customer value. It automatically populates with the Edison price. If we got a new customer, if you got a new customer, how much would that customer be worth? Well, that'd be worth about $5,000 to us. Well, what is your cost of goods? Like in a furniture store, they've got to buy and pay for the furniture, right? That's the cost of goods. Don't worry about cost of goods, etc. The business knows this. So they might say, well, our cost of goods is 65%. That gives a net customer value. The program just takes the net customer value, divides it into the campaign cost to show them how few customers they need. Let's do another example. Let's say we're doing an Edison proposal for $18,000, okay? And we're doing it for 52 weeks, okay? And it's a furniture store. The value of a customer, store customer from them is $2,500, okay? What's your cost of goods? Well, our cost of goods is 60%, okay? So you make $1,000 per customer, net customer value. Yeah. Remember, you're getting them engaged. You're doing it on your smartphone. They're putting in the numbers. So they got their buy-in. Look at that. All you need is just 18 customers. Just 18 customers to pay for a 52-week Edison campaign. That's about 1.5 per month. Does that sound realistic? And tell them what they're going to get with their Edison program. The print, the digital, number of repetitions, consistency over 52 weeks, and ask them, do you think you're going to get at least 18 out of the total number, like 4,000 that we reach, are going to shop, at a furniture store? Do you think you're going to get at least 18 with that level of consistency and repetition over 52 weeks? That's when I've had them many times say, well, that's a no-brainer, let's do it. But what if a business says, well, I don't know. I ask them, what is the absolute worst number of customers you think you'd get? They click on the pen here, and this is kind of cool. And the guy says, well, I bet you the worst, absolute worst, I get 12, one a month, okay? Well, one a month, oops. Oh, one a month, 12. What did I type in? 112. Ah, there we go. No wonder the number is so big. Minimum number of customers, 12. Well, 12 customers at 1,000 each. That person has just agreed to a $12,000 ad campaign. It's very, very effective getting the business engaged. And they like this, comfortable with it, because it's numbers about and for their business. So that's an example of, including the closing tool, of your one-page Edison presentation. And by the way, you can also reach your Edison closing tool right here on your home page. You just click on closing, and there it is. And you can just pop in the numbers right there with them. So let me show you that again. You're on your home page, you've logged in, you're on your smartphone, and you click here on closing, and you can get them engaged as simple and as quickly as that. Now, the last thing I want to show you is the reporting part of the program. As you well know, and I was an ad rep once myself, accountable sales goals. 4 appointments per week, 1 presentation, 1 close per week. You can track it in the Pulse program. On your homepage, when you make a presentation, it automatically logs it. So I've got an account, there in Carbondale, and here's some of the presentations I've created. And by the way, it's really cool. You can be on your smartphone, and up here in the help section, by the way, it shows you how to put the Pulse application on your mobile device. Okay, so you've got it available anytime, anywhere. So let's go back to the dashboard. You clicked on the icon on your smartphone. You've got your presentations listed on your fingertips, so you can view your one-pager flyer right here. Then you come over here and you mark your teaser as engaged. You mark your flyer as engaged. So you get credit for that, okay? So you mark it as engaged. When did you do it? Today, the 17th. Simple as that, okay? And you, by the way, earn points in your Pulse program. The other thing you can do, by the way, and you click right here, once again, is you can mark it. You can edit your presentation. And first we're gonna, let's see, we're gonna mark it. Oops, I already presented this presentation. Oh, I already sold that present. Let's go one that I haven't presented or sold yet. Got out of place here, okay? So we mark the presentation, once again, we edit it. We go when we did it, the 17th, we set that. And then we can come back in and we can also, let me click on more, come down here to one I haven't done, click on here, and then you can mark it as presented and you can mark it as sold. The next way to get credit for your Four4More program is in the reporting program. Right up here on the top, you click on reporting, and up will come each one of your presentations right at your fingertips. And each one of you have your own. And you come over here once again, and you click on your navigation dots, okay? And then you can mark it as sold. You can mark it as engaged. You can mark it as I said no. So let's mark this one as sold. Okay, so we got to put in the sold date. We sold it today. Click set. What type of sale is it? It's a new sale, okay? And what was the value of the sale? $10,000, okay? And we set it, okay? We also want to put in the presentation date, yes, today also, and click as set. It's as simple as that. And once again, you earn Pulse points. So in summary, you can put in your results on your home page, on your reporting page, or you can go to accounts. When you go into accounts, you come down here. And by the way, when you're in accounts, you can also create presentations. You can also add a business to your call list or call plan. But you come over here and click on K Jewelers, and then you come down here. And if I had created a presentation for K Jewelers, it would be listed here. And then you can mark it as sold, mark it as engaged, etc. But while I'm here on the account page, you can edit the information on the account page, including the contact, etc. You can add the business to your call plan. You can create a presentation. You can add your sales activity report to your call plan. And once again, you can mark the sales activity. Okay, so that's an overview of your Pulse program. Let me go back here to our PowerPoint if I might. Okay. What I'm going to suggest is that in a week or two, we get back together. And the reason for that is there's a lot of depth and breadth to your Pulse sales tools. My recommendation is right now, jump on. Each of you got your username and password. If you're having trouble logging in or any questions at all, the Pulse team is ready and anxious to help you. Just send an email to support@pulseresearch.com. And let me give you my email. My email, I'd love to hear from you. Any questions or any suggestions on the program. My email is Marling, MARLING, @paper.net. That's Marling @paper.net. So for the next couple weeks, the program is live, ready to go right now. Jump in this afternoon. Start using the program, identifying prospects, putting together a call list for next week. Start setting up appointments. Pick up the phone. You've got the words to say, when you create a teaser. If you have any questions, once again, Pulse Research, support@pulseresearch.com, or my email, marlene@paper.net. And let's get together roughly in 2 weeks when you've got a little more experience in using the program and kind of do just a hands-on real-world Q&A. And so I appreciate getting together today. If you have any questions or any feedback, send me an email, marlene@paper.net. So I want to thank you. I appreciate it very much. I'm sorry I've got another webinar coming up in about 2 minutes, so I'd be more than happy to engage with questions and get your feedback right now. I apologize for that. So send me an email, marlene@paper.net. Otherwise, phenomenal success with your 4x4, with your 4more with your Pulse sales tools. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.